Right, you ready to check out the Tariq Nasheed?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
No love in the street, cut straight to the face, make them get weak. That juice.com, you may think you slipping and tell them to come. You know, some of you packing this, you won't be lacking. Shot to the eye, and no problem you having. Maximal strip, hit them haters around, so you can feel free when you out in the town. Old goon juice, and don't forget a shirt, man, you gotta stay ready, that evil on lurk.
You are now tuned in to the incredible, to the legendary Tariq Nasheed. On Tariq Radio.
Please word your ass.
Oh, we're here. Oh, we're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. I feel like freestyling. Look at a player like me. Wanna be like a player. You ain't nothing but a hater. Eat on now later. Get out my damn face. I hit you with this plate. I got a plate of greens. You know what I mean. I'm doing it like that. Playing with your cootie cat. Wanna be a hustler? You a motherfucking damn buster. Snotty nose, body nose, not a hose. Check it out. Leck it off. What's up, guys? Welcome to Tariq Radio. Late night. Right, freestyle. Listen, man, we're here, ladies and gentlemen. We're here. Everybody hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button. We are here. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, you need to hit the subscription button to the channel right now. Man, look, first of all, I got to thank everybody for getting the book, man. Foundation of Black American Race Beta. The book is doing wonderful right now. Shout out to everybody getting the book on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. But yeah, everybody's getting it off Amazon, which is cool. We had some autographed copies that sold out. We were selling the hard copy autograph special collector's edition copies, which we'll have more in a couple of weeks. A lot of folks want those autographed copies. Those sold out very quickly. We had a bunch of them too. But we will have more of the autographed hard copies of the book in the next few weeks. We didn't expect it to sell out that fast. You can get those at officialfba.com. We'll have those for you. But in the meantime, you're still going to want to get the book. At least get a paperback copy, if anything. If you still want the hard copy with the autograph, you're going to have to wait. But in the meantime, you can still get the paperback version of the book at Amazon.com. Very good book, man. You're going to learn a lot of good games. A lot of great information in the book, man. Very heavy. Very heavy. A lot of stuff we're going to get into right now. Let's just dive right into it. As we know today, they announced that the Jussie Smollett verdict came out for Jussie. Jussie was found guilty on 8 counts? It was 9 counts, I think. He was found guilty on all but 1. So he was on, he tried to deny it to the end. He was like, nope, this was real, even though all the evidence was against him. I don't know what he was trying to do. He should have just did a no contest or something. I mean, I don't know what he was trying to do. He was just going to try to hold on to the lie to the very end. And boy, some of the stuff that was coming out, my God, it was like, did y'all hear the part where him and one of the Nigerian dudes
In a bathhouse.
helped him with the finesse, who tried to help him with the finesse?
In a bathhouse.
The Nigerian dude, he said he was at a bathhouse with the dude doing cocaine and they were masturbating each other. I'm like, oh my God. And that's another thing. A lot of folks I see online, when everybody mentions the Nigerian guy, they're like, why y'all mentioning that he's Nigerian? Oh, why y'all got to mention that? Oh, yeah, that's significant. Y'all like being distinguished from us. So, yeah, you're going to have to eat that. A lot of folks are taking issue with people keep emphasizing the fact that these were 2 Nigerian dudes. They're like, no, we all black. No, we ain't. No, we ain't. No, don't give them niggas to us. No. Y'all hold all them niggas and take Juicy with you. No, don't give them to us. That's you. Oh, no, they're trying to pawn them niggas off on us. All the shit they were into, They were African bussy scratchers. All right, they always talk about we call them booty scratchers. No, they were bussy scratchers up there scratching Jesse's bussy. Don't give them niggas to us. All right, y'all gonna have to own them. These are some non-FBA niggas. This was a lot of non-FBA stuff going on. Juicy too. Juicy he's half white. His mama, is she FBA? Because I want to say his mama's Caribbean or something. I don't know. That mama of theirs, I don't know where she's from. But I don't really want to claim that side either. All the shit Jussie was into. So listen. So Juicy got on that stand and
lied like a motherfucker.
Lying and all this stuff. And look, we all knew what was going on. Look, I called that thing out. I was one of the first people to call
Tab browser max speed.
Phony farce out.
Plug-in that they just came
The day it happened, I knew it was fake.
I'm downloading it on
Before
the
I knew it was phony. I knew it was a whole farce.
So I put it on this
And
on the phone.
on the
As
phone.
people expected, they went on and found him guilty, which people knew what was going on. They knew that was going to happen.
On all counts.
It was revealed that he had given the guys all types of money. Then he tried to say that.
Oh, they dropped one count?
Lying. Yeah, it just blew up in
They
his
don't
face.
believe.
So he's guilty. He's guilty, and we know he was guilty.
They don't believe the Africans.
And we don't know what the sentencing is going to
They
be.
believe
We don't know what the sentencing
something, a crime was committed.
I think it
not
might
like
be
how
light.
he said.
It might be light, or they might try to make an example out of it.
They
I think
committed
from what
the
I
crime.
understand, the maximum for
Well,
this.
they committed a crime,
type of
but
thing.
they ain't getting charged. Though.
Where I'm
They
trying to
believe
really
that
get
it
a
was
grasp
some
of what the
homosexual- they believe
charges
it was
are,
some
what the
homosexual shit
conviction
going
is.
on.
I think
But they
it's
believe he lied
making a false hate
saying
crime
that it
claim
was
or
a
something
hate
like that.
crime. When
Now, a
it
lot of us
wasn't a
people
hate
don't know,
crime.
hey,
It was just a crime.
that's a
against him.
crime.
That's it.
I know filing
It
a
wasn't
false
hate
police
crime.
report is a crime.
Yeah, he made himself look dumb on that one.
But I think it was something about making
That's what they said. It was some dealings for though, but they don't believe it was a hate crime. That's what
But
they
from
said.
what I understand, I think he can get about 3 years max. I don't think they're going to give that to him. They might give probation, whatever.
He ain't gonna get it.
They might try to make an example out of him and give him a long probation. He's facing 3 years. Okay, the maximum is 3 years, so I don't think they're going to give him 3 years. And what's this thing with Don
They're
Lemonade?
doing shit. All because
Don Lemonade's name kept popping up. They were saying something to the effect that Don Lemonade was up here trying to tip him off, saying, didn't they find some text messages from Don Lemonade talking about, yeah, the police don't believe you and whoopie whoop. So Don Lemonade's name got mentioned in this, and I put up a tweet earlier because Don Lemonade is riding hard for him. Family, I got some footage of Don Lemonade. If Juicy goes to jail, this is gonna be Don Lemonade right here at the visiting office, right here. Don Lemonade's gonna be right there. He's gonna put his nipple in the visiting window for Juicy to tell him to keep his head up. That's Don Lemonade busting it open. So Don Lemonade is gonna sign up for some of them conjugal visits. But listen. I've been tweeting about this, and my conjecture on it. This is my thing. Yeah, we been knew that Juicy was lying. We knew this was a farce. We knew this was a hustle. And my thing is this. All the white LGBT organizations that capitalized off this, people are very silent about that. Let's be very clear, because there was a lot of people in on this hoax, and a lot of people benefited from this hoax. When they put this out here, and I'm thinking that Juicy was working with some Democratic operatives, because I tweeted when this happened, when Juicy was making up all this stuff and talking about he's the gay Tupac and all that, all of these white LGBT organizations, boy, they started throwing up their links, and hey, see how homophobia is so detrimental. They kept screaming homophobia. You couldn't call it racism. If you just said racism, they would correct you. Oh, no. Don't you say racism. This was homophobia, too. Don't you dare minimize homophobia. This was homophobia. Don't you dare minimize homophobia. You better say homophobia. They were attacking people if they didn't put homophobia with it. Now that the hoax has been revealed, boy, where's the white LGBT community now? They're not saying anything about no homophobia now. They're talking about race baiting and all that stuff. Oh, they're not talking about homophobia now. Hold on one second. Let me show you something that I think the New York Post. Hold on one second. Let me see something. I think the New York Post put this up. Hold on. Right here. Yeah, look at this. This is the New York Post. Look at what their headline was. Jussie Smollett guilty in staging a race-baiting hate attack to boost career. So, boy, they're talking about race bait. Ain't nothing about no LGBT. They ain't saying nothing about that. They ain't saying nothing about no damn LGBT no more. It's all about race bait. You understand? Hold on. Let me. Oh. Hold on one second. I'm thinking the person is calling me. We're doing a film shoot next week, so. Oh yeah, by the way, all my LA people, we're doing a film shoot next week for this new documentary film. If you are in LA, if you are a wardrobe person, because we need some extra wardrobe people, if you have experience doing wardrobe on film sets, also if you brothers out here, if you are set designers, you have experience doing production design and set design, and you're in the LA area, give me a call because we need some extra people because we got a lot of folks and we got a lot of big scenes that we're going to be shooting next week. So we need some more folks, and I want to give some of y'all a shot if you are in town and if you have experience. So y'all can email me at info@tariqelite.com. info@tariqelite.com. That's where you can email me, ladies and gentlemen. But like I said, these white LGBT organizations, boy, they started throwing up their nonprofit links. Hey, give my organization some money. See how homophobia is so deadly and dangerous. Give us some money. Give us some paper. Then Kamala Harris and Cory Booker, they start talking about, see, this is why we need the LGBT Civil Rights Act. Whoop-de-whoop. They were pushing this Civil Rights Act to give resources and special protections for LGBT. They were pushing that real fast because they knew this was going to blow up eventually. So they started pushing real fast to hurry up and get a grab bag for all the white LGBT people. They were rushing because they knew this was going to blow up. And let me tell you, black folks who toe the line for the LGBT community, see how they throw you under the bus? Black folks who run around here talking about you a goddamn intersectionalist. See how the white LGBT community throws your ass under the bus? They ain't saying nothing in defense of Juicy. They done put his ass out here and they're letting him take the ball. He's doing all that caping and all that and made all of these white LGBT communities and nonprofits all of this money, and they done thrown his ass to the wolves. I want black folks to understand there is no retirement plan for buck dancing. And a lot of y'all black folks running around here talking about you LGBT and intersectional with the white people. Man, you are just another Negro, a victim of white supremacy to them, and they treat you like that all the time. Y'all better get off that bullshit because now they're attacking you based on race. Yeah, you ain't got no allies. Your LGBT white allies, they are nowhere to be found. And they're sitting up here attacking your ass based on race right now. They abandoned the hell out of you. You sitting there with your pussy dripping and nothing. You understand?
You know, you can say some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my thing. Even though Juicy was goofy as hell, he's goofy Juicy. Even though we know he's guilty, nobody was fooled by this. Even though Juicy was a damn clown, even trying to pull this type of thing, messing up his career is a damn joke right now for nothing. Yeah, now even though he's an idiot and he's just been convicted and found guilty, I believe that there should be no punishment for Juicy. There should be real justice for Juicy. He shouldn't be punished. With all of that said, I don't think Juicy should be punished. Not that I'm a fan of Juicy. Not that I co-sign any of Juicy's actions. I don't co-sign none of that. But I don't think Juicy should be punished because if we're going to start punishing people for making false reports or claiming false hate crimes, then you better start on these damn Karens and Kings. You ain't gonna start on damn Juicy. Now you're not gonna start with the black
She
person.
brought the towel
I
in.
don't co-sign any
Oh.
type of racialized inequality in the justice system. This is why I'm not going along with it, because there's way too many situations of these Karens that we see every single damn day making false police reports on black people. It's become a whole punchline that we see every single day. These people sit up here, make false calls on black people daily, and don't a damn thing happen to them. They don't do nothing to these people. They don't do jack squat to him. So the same should happen to Juicy. Nothing should happen to him. He shouldn't go to jail. This should be thrown out. He should be treated like all of the Karens and Kens are treated. I don't co-sign racial inequality in the judicial system. Family, in this case, even though it was goofy and stupid, nobody got hurt. Didn't nobody get hurt, and there was no threat of anybody getting hurt. There were no real people involved. There were no white people really involved, so nobody got hurt. This was a victimless crime. Now, in the case of these
That's the
Karens
male.
and Kens, they victimize us by giving false
It's just
claims
Meals on
against
Wheels.
us.
No, it's the
Making
male.
false police reports against us. They victimize us. Family, black folks end up sitting in jail for 16 and 17 years based on some
That's the
lie
male
that a
truck,
white
baby.
person told.
No, that's
There was a
Meals
brother
on
who
Wheels.
was just released from jail for 16 years for a crime he didn't do. Some white woman who's an author now said that he
Shut
raped
up.
her. The DNA found out it wasn't his damn DNA, and they let the brother out after 16 years, and the white woman just said, "Oops, my bad, sorry." Some author. Nothing happens to this woman. This man done lost 16 years of his life in prison based on the word and lie of a damn right. Nah, justice for damn Juicy. Family, we have these people making false police calls on our children like Tamir Rice. Nothing happened to that man who made that false call on Tamir Rice, knowing that Tamir Rice had a toy. He knew he was a child. He knew he had a toy out there in Ohio, and they came and killed that baby. And speaking of Ohio, y'all remember that other situation that happened with that brother, what's his name? John Crawford. Another suspected white supremacist. And let me show y'all the news article. Another white supremacist suspect, 911 caller, intentionally lied to the police about a man with a toy gun. This white supremacist suspect lied, talking about John was walking around Walmart pointing the gun at people, and he wasn't. So the cops came in there, guns blazing, and killed him. Nothing happened to that damn white man who made this call. Not a damn thing. Don't tell me shit about Jussie. Don't tell me nothing about no damn Jussie when we got stuff like this going on. Black folks are getting their brains blown out by these lying-ass suspected white supremacists, and you don't give them nothing. You don't even give them a traffic ticket. No, you're not going to have all of this fake outrage over Jussie Smollett, and there was no victims. Oh, somebody brought up Emmett Till. As we see, Emmett Till, this week, the Department of Justice just closed the case. Because, see, you're not supposed to close a murder case. So they just closed the case on Emmett Till. And the family was like, well, damn, we couldn't get an apology from nobody? So the Emmett Till situation, now the woman who lied, now remember, Emmett Till, this is the woman right here, Carolyn Bryan, who lied on Emmett Till, saying that he made a pass at her and got this kid killed. This woman has lived her life down there in Mississippi. And from what I understand, she's still alive. I think Carolyn Bryan is still alive. I think they try to, for years, they kind of lie and say she died so that don't nobody kind of trip on her or don't nobody start looking for her. So they say she died. They've been saying she died on and off for many years. I think she's still alive, guys. I think Carolyn Bryan is still out there in Mississippi, still alive. Because I saw some recent pictures of her a couple of years ago. Old ugly ass white woman. She's still around, I think. I think she's still alive down there in Mississippi. Don't talk to me about no damn Jussie Smollett. This woman right here caused the modern civil rights movement. After Emmett Till got killed, y'all have to understand that gave rise to the modern civil rights movement in the 1950s and 60s. You understand? This murder resonated so much, it created the rise of Dr. King. It created the rise of Malcolm X. It created the rise of Medgar Evers. Then that ultimately created the rise of Black Panthers and the Stokely Carmichaels. Oh man, it created a whole movement based on this. This white woman that you're looking at, who many people say is still alive. Do y'all know how many dead black bodies, not just Emmett's body, but Medgar Evers got killed, Dr. King got killed, Malcolm X got killed. Countless numbers of Black Panthers and other civil rights activists were killed, fighting for justice because of this piece of filth right here that you're looking at on the screen. You understand? So don't talk to me about no damn Jussie. Don't talk to me about Jussie unless we talk about all of it. Justice for Jussie. Justice for him. And again, white LGBT community, well, they are very silent right now, but they got a lot of smoke for Dave Chappelle. They're still talking greasy about Dave Chappelle, ladies and gentlemen. The white LGBT community, they're still up here complaining about Dave Chappelle. They had some white man up here criticizing Dave, and they're still trying to get some traction to try to criticize Dave. Some white man named Will Wheaton. I ain't never heard of this guy, but he's trying to get some clout. Where's this thing? Will Wheaton. He slams Netflix and Dave Chappelle for headlining Joke Festival. So Dave Chappelle is headlining some joke festival. So this clout-chasing white man, okay, yeah, they're still trying to get some clout off Dave Chappelle, and Dave Chappelle is still holding strong. Shout out to our brother Dave Chappelle. So this white man right here trying to get him some clout by criticizing Dave Chappelle. We don't want to hear it. I don't know who this guy is. Somebody said he was on Star Trek or one of those shows. I don't know. I don't like those shows. But yeah, this is another white man trying to get some clout by criticizing Dave Chappelle. No, y'all don't get to criticize our brother when y'all have people like Ed Buck and all of these folks killing black gay people allegedly, and none of y'all said nothing, none of y'all did nothing. We don't want to hear nothing from you. Black people are calling out the racism of the white LGBT community, and I applaud Dave Chappelle for doing the same. No, you guys are not infallible. You guys got this thing where y'all sat up here and you thought you finessed a little safety net for yourself where you can practice anti-black racism, but you position yourself as an aggrieved person in need of civil rights protections so that we can't criticize you when you practice racism against us. See, that's the finesse game that many different ethnic groups and other outlier groups within white society, they'll try to play this game. They'll try to put themselves in this protected class where they can still practice white supremacy, but we ain't supposed to criticize them, because if we criticize them, we're going to be called anti-something. But see, they get to practice all types of anti-black racism all day, but we ain't supposed to say anything about it. No. It don't work like that. We're saying something about it. And we're going to keep saying something about it. No. You don't get a pass. Don't nobody get a pass for practicing anti-black racism. No. Nobody gets a pass for that. Everybody's going to get called out. That's why we're going to make a Buck Breaking 2. The Buck Breaking Marathon continues. Right after I do this movie, we'll probably do a Buck Breaking 2 film. That's why we're going to have a streaming network. We're going to have our own streaming app where we're going to start cranking these joints out back to back. We got to get real serious with our counter propaganda. We got to get very serious with our counter propaganda. Real serious about that. And the thing is this, guys. We have to and by the way, speaking of buck breaking, I got some NFTs coming out, guys. I got some official buck breaking themed NFTs coming out in a couple of weeks. You guys are going to want to get up on that. I have some NFT art that's inspired by the buck breaking film, the hit buck breaking film. We have some NFT art. Because, see, this is the thing. We have to start documenting these things. And a lot of the atrocities weren't written down. A lot of the atrocities were passed down through word of mouth. So a lot of these things, we're going to have to start getting them officially documented. We start getting this stuff documented, getting some of these atrocities. And we got some NFTs coming out. They're not going to be graphic, but just the whole concept of what they've done. We're going to document that. Y'all better watch out for that. That's coming in a few weeks. Somebody says it's Jussie. No, Jussie's not. Is Jussie FBA? I don't know what his mother is. I know his dad is white, but I don't know what his mother is. I don't know what Juicie's mother is. But, like I said, we're going to have those NFTs popping off pretty soon. So you guys stay tuned for that. All my LA people. Now, y'all know out here, there's a lot of propaganda with the crime wave. They're really playing up the crime wave that's going on out here. And we have to really look into that. R.I.P. to the rapper Slim 400, a guy, a Pyru rapper. They killed him in a brazen murder. They killed him down there in Inglewood, man. R.I.P. to that cat. Brothers, that ain't it. That type of stuff, fam. You know, that's just not it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That is not it, man. We got to do better than that, man. Y'all got to do better than that. That ain't cool. How can you do like that? But listen, right now, you know, there's a lot of these little smash and grabs going on out here. And I told people I think this is a retaliation from the LAPD. The LAPD, because there's been a defund the police movement. So this is their way to scare the public. Look, family, I want y'all to know LAPD, they're one of the most corrupt organizations in the world. These people are corrupt to the core. You can't put anything past them. These people are corrupt and rotten to the core. Straight up and down. And you can't put anything past them. So they had the head of one of the LAPD police units, Jamie McBride. They had this guy. Let me show you this guy. And he was on TV using all types of scare tactics. He was on TV talking about it's like a purge, and if you are a tourist, don't come to LA. I mean, they're using all types of scare tactics. They're using straight up and down scare tactics, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, let me play this guy. Hold on. Let me find, where's my thread? Here? Okay, here it is. Okay, this is Jamie McBride, ladies and gentlemen. Let me show y'all this, and let me play this real quickly of him talking about how it's a purge out here now, using these scare tactics to scare tourists. Now listen to this. Hold on one second. Hold on.
My message to anybody considering coming to Los Angeles, especially during the holiday season, is don't.
A sobering and somewhat terrifying statement from the LA Police Protective League, the union representing LAPD officers. The message coming as a crime wave continues to slam the city and surrounding areas.
We can't guarantee your safety. It is really, really out of control. And I said it to people before, it's like that movie Purge. You know, instead of 24 hours to commit your crime, these bad people have 365 days to commit whatever they want.
Okay.
My message to anybody is
Okay. So yeah, he's out here using these scare tactics. He's using these scare tactics on people. Now, somebody in the chat room said LAPD used to recruit racist white men. What do you mean used to? Somebody in the chat room said LAPD used to recruit racist white men. What in the world do you mean used to? Man, that's a common practice. Not only that, I've said this many, many times. In the LA police departments and sheriff's department, man, I don't think you can get in there if you're not a damn white supremacist. That's one of the unwritten rules. I think you have to join one of those damn white supremacist gangs it's like an initiation, man. I really think that's what it is. It's that bad. It's that open. This is why there's so many police officers who have tried to be whistleblowers And their cases get thrown out because, see, they don't want to get a documented record of all of this stuff in the courtroom. Listen, this guy right here that you're looking at on the screen, this is Jamie McBride. I mean, let's just look at this guy. This is the head of the damn police union for LAPD, one of the heads of the police union. This is one of the police union heads. Let's look at this guy. Hold on. Let's look at this. This is him right here. This is him right here. Oh, yeah, I've been exposing some stuff about this guy. This is him with all of these tattoos. Look at these tattoos. The skull and the clover tattoos. Family, those are connected. And this is him with a Donald Trump shirt on. So this is this guy. Now, this is somebody in prison. But look, notice this is AB. That's Aryan Brotherhood. Okay? And look at the skull down there. So this guy, you know, the picture that you're looking at is a white supremacist skinhead in prison. So this guy got the skull and the clover. So this guy is allegedly a card-carrying white supremacist Aryan skinhead. And this is the head of one of the heads of the goddamn police union, guys. Do you understand it? And let me tell you more about this guy right here. Oh, man, used to. Here's an article about this guy. This guy is infamous out here in the police department. This guy has a reputation of shooting people willy-nilly down in South Central LA. McBride joined the LAPD at age 21. He received commendations for his field work, particularly his ability to spot suspects carrying concealed weapons. That means he plants shit on folks probably. How can you spot somebody carrying a concealed weapon? Sounds like he plants weapons on people. And to take illegal guns off the streets of South Los Angeles. But a 2004 review by the Times found that McBride also had been involved in many more shootings, a total of 6 in his first 11 years on the force than the vast majority of other officers. That story that McBride had repeatedly had been criticized for putting himself and fellow officers at risk with careless tactics. He said, "I don't have time for that ghetto gunfighting anymore. I'm getting too old for that. That's not what I'm about." This, ladies and gentlemen, is the damn head of the police union. What does that sound like to you? This sounds like a damn white supremacist Aryan nation skinhead. How do you reform that? How in the hell do you reform that? So yeah, he's on here on television trying to give out these scare tactics to people. You can't reform that. That's not nothing that you can reform, ladies and gentlemen. So we got to be on top of our game out here. And we got to understand propaganda and watch propaganda. And this is my thing. Notice whenever these people are out here doing these crimes, these brazen crimes, like just like with Shitty Cuz and the dude who shot Clarence Avon's wife. Notice a lot of these situations when these dudes do these big brazen crimes that get a lot of headlines. Notice these dudes are fresh out of jail when they do these crimes. Notice they get these dudes who do all these crimes and miraculously they get let out of jail. And then they do these crazy crimes and then they can get a lot of mileage out of that. The white supremacists can get a lot of mileage for letting these dudes out, which I think it's orchestrated. You know what it is? The police, man, as we know, they're corrupt as hell. So they'll get a dude in jail. They know a dude, he done committed a lot of crimes. They know that this nigga's gonna be in jail. He's gonna do something to go back to jail, and they know that he's gonna get a long sentence or whatever. So they'll get somebody, family. Listen, this is how scandalous they are. You can't put nothing past them. Family, they'll get somebody and say, "Hey, look, nigga. Listen, you're gonna be in here for a minute, but look. We know you one of these ain't got nothing to lose ass niggas, one of these little suicidal niggas, mentally ill. They always get these mentally ill, suicidal niggas. And they say, hey, look, nigga, you want a comfortable stay here in jail because you're coming back to jail. But nigga, do you want to be comfortable while you're here? Okay, this is what you need to do. All right, you do something for us. We'll make sure when you come back here, you're going to be nice and comfortable. You'll be in protective custody. You're going to eat good. We're going to make sure you're good. But listen, this is what we need you to do. We're going to let you out We need you to go up here in the Hollywood Hills. We need you to off somebody at this time of night. Here are the security codes to the building and the gated community they live in. Here's the codes to get in, because these niggas miraculously know how to get the codes to these places. You dig? So they say, hey, look, just go. We need you to go run up in this store and start blasting everybody. And when we arrest you, we'll have Chris Darden act as your lawyer. And you're going to be in a nice, safe, comfortable cell. You think they won't do that, family? You think that these people won't do that? You think that they're above doing that? Because they'll get a whole bunch of mileage out of that. They get a bunch of mileage out of that. They get these niggas, put them niggas in a situation where they go murder somebody, and then say, hey, look, this is why we got to be tough on crime. This nigga got out because of the lenient liberal policies. They start doing the Willie Horton game. They pull a Willie Horton. Oh, see, Willie Horton in back in the 70s, or 80s rather. There's a black man named Willie Horton. He got paroled and then he killed this white couple, and boy, they got all types of mileage out of that. Well, they milked that thing forever. They've been milking Willie Horton for years. Well, see, that's why you got to be tough on crime. So they did the one big Negro policy. So because of Willie Horton, they start giving all types of stiff sentences to every black person. So that's the name of the game. They let these niggas do these brazen crimes. They let them out to do the crimes. And once they do all these brazen crimes, they say, well, look at this. That's because somebody let them out. It was us, but we're not going to say that. Yeah, we let them out, but we're not going to say that. So we got to be tough on these niggas. We got to be tough on these niggas. We got to throw the book at them. And the private prison corporations, they're helping to fuel this because they need more bodies in these prisons. Remember, the prison industry is a business. And black crime is actually down around the country. Black people are not committing a lot of crimes. And understand, a lot of these prisons are losing money because these prisons are also manufacturing companies too. They're factories where they manufacture products and send these products all around the world. So they need workers. These are big ass plantations. And if crimes are down, hey, the police, with the help of some of these prisons, they're going to have to ramp up the propaganda. They got to wrap the propaganda up. And also, in these prisons, for a lot of these little rural communities, that is their economy. They put a prison up in the middle of nowhere in some rural white area. All the white people work at the damn prison. That's their economy. Y'all better understand the hustle and con game that's going on out here. This thing is real. We better watch propaganda, guys, and call that stuff out. This is why we got to start being in power positions. See, this is why they don't want us to get no paper. They want us to be broke, because if we stay broke, niggas gonna stay doing crimes. Of course, people are gonna do crimes. People are gonna do crimes when they're impoverished, and this is why whenever it comes time to us getting money, people start talking crazy. We got to have paper, and we see a somewhat uptick in crime. Listen, last year, and even this year, by the way, with the COVID thing, a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people lost money. A lot of people got sick. And with this COVID thing, you know, when something hits society, it really doubles down on black society. It doubles down on black society heavy. So you got already a lot of black people who were struggling before COVID. So now this COVID thing hit. So now black people, there's some black people out here that's really bad. And yeah, when people are suffering and struggling, yeah, there's going to be a small uptick in crime, of course. But see, they'll get that and elevate that and blow that up and be like, okay, this is a cultural thing. No, it's not a cultural thing. People don't have money, especially black folks like that. There's a lot of black folks who don't have money like that because of systematic racial deprivation. This is why, family, we got to stop being afraid to talk about the reparations side of it. We got to stop being afraid to talk about that. USA Today did a bogus ass reparations talk because we blew that conversation up on Twitter. You know, Twitter has something called Twitter Space, and I did a conversation last week that had a lot of viewers talking about reparations. We had that conversation on Twitter Space, and boy, we got thousands of hits on it. So now I guess this was USA Today's way to try to get some of that energy and dissipate that energy. So USA Today, they announced, yeah, we're going to have this conversation about reparations and race, and we're going to talk about it. And man, so we were tuning in. I'm like, I got to hear this. And people wanted me to participate. I'm like, cool. I hope they said they were going to open the phones and open the lines so that other people can participate with family. Basically, what they did, they got the same 4 hand-picked shields to sit here, talk in circles, babble nonstop, and basically run the clock out. Let me tell y'all something. I want y'all to see. I'm going to play some of the clips too. But whenever you have people, when it's time to talk about reparations, something very serious about what's going on with black people, and you got them, and they start letting people babble and ramble, that's by design. That's designed to run the clock out. They sat here and let these people ramble and babble for 1 hour and 45 minutes. And then, okay, guys, look like we're running out of time. Well, you know, it was a great conversation. Thank you. That's a con game. Family, the people, there was some editors at USA Today, it was some black woman, and then they had a couple other black folks, and one dude had a list, if you know where that was. And then they had a couple of white dudes on there giving opposing views. Well, let me play some clips of this, ladies and gentlemen, this farce. Let me play some clips of this damn farce so y'all can hear it for yourselves. Hold on 1 second. Let me find that real quick. Okay. Hold on. All right. And here, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Okay, let me find it again. Refresh the page. I'm going on USA Today's page. I'm going to play clips of that. 1 second. Here it is. All right, let me show y'all.
We're still waiting on one speaker. We're going to go ahead and.
Judge was very, very astute in that she made Harvard acknowledge that this fight is not about pictures per se, but the actual physical property of the daguerreotype.
Okay, they had one sister on here who was talking about some lawsuit that her family has because they had some pictures of her family at some school or whatever. So it was some kind of lawsuit she had. So I'm like, okay, they let this woman just kind of ramble on and on. That ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about here. We're not talking about an individual case. We got to talk about the whole gist of what's going on here. Hold on.
That. So I'm encouraged by the discussions. Granted, it wasn't a ruling, but if they rule according to the way they raise questions and discuss the case with Harvard, I believe that they will rule in my favor. And we will go back and we will have an opportunity to present our case in court and demand that the daguerreotypes be repatriated to Richie and Delia's family.
And here talk about the recently. It's almost hearing highly recognize your ancestors as people, and people who warrant acknowledgement that they had on some level control or say over what happened to their own bodies.
This is babbling.
Exactly. And, ironic.
Okay, hold on. See, all of that, well, you have control over your body. Look, that's babbling, family. Boy, whenever we start talking about reparations, when they start doing this, family, I'm telling you, when they have people just kind of droning on and babbling about what my family had did this and my family did that, and oh man, they didn't have control over their bodies. And when they start talking all that, this is babble talk. Man, family, please listen to me. Whenever we talk about reparations, let's get out of this thing where we want to talk about our feelings and oh man, we were so hurt. No, that's to run the clock out, man. That's a way to run the clock out. Well, my family was hurt. My family was so hurt. We were so hurt. We felt so bad. We didn't have control over our bodies. We were controlled by the white man, and it was so bad. And we know that. Okay, let's get to the money. Oh, let's get to the damn money. Let's talk numbers, because whenever people start talking numbers, that host, she kept talking down on it. And then they had the white man on here giving his opposing views. Let me play that part. That's what I really want y'all to hear. Skipping all over this thing. Hold it.
On the other side of the debate. So not only do we publish our editorial, we also generally publish an opposing view. And for this particular debate, the opposing view was written by David Nasheed, who is a member of the editorial board. David, Tamara just talked about the fact that slavery really wasn't that long ago, that this part of America's history really is kind of tangible and touchable. It's touchable through stories that are passed down over generations. I can remember interviewing my own grandfather about his grandmother who had been a slave. But often, and you touched on this a bit, Dave, in your opposing view, when we talk about reparations for African Americans, usually we think of slavery as something that happened so long ago, and people whose ancestors may have been here during that time wonder if they should be responsible on some level for repair. So, David, talk about how you respond to that, to the idea Tamara brought up that this isn't that long ago and this isn't a history that is very touchable and very real.
Well, first off, in the opposing view, I made clear that in individual cases where there's a clear harm and there's a specific person who can receive restitution, I don't oppose reparations. So in her case, I would be on the side of her.
And notice in a case where there's clear harm, there was clear harm to all foundational Black Americans. And listen, I wanted to get on here. Hold on, let me shut that up. I wanted to get on here. There was clear harm to all foundational Black Americans, and I was raising my hand to get on. Well, they saw me in the room. They would not let me in there for nothing. Somebody at USA Today said, "Do not let Tariq on." I was going to give this dude and the other white man on there talking that bullshit, I was going to give them the business. Boy, I was up there pressing that button. They ignored the hell out of me. They saw me. I was like one of the top folks in the room. They went out of their way to ignore my ass because I was going to give him the business. Hold on.
Her lawsuit, where I have a disagreement with the movement for reparations, is when we get into reparations as benefits for the whole class of people, for all African Americans, or all Native Americans, rather than the specific people who were harmed by government policy.
Man, do y'all hear this dude? Do y'all hear this man? I was hitting that button. They knew not to let me on with him talking that stupid shit he was talking. You understand? Somebody said I should have used the decoy account. You know what? I should have used the crispy account or something. I should have had a crispy puppet on there and just went on there and just started giving him the business. Man, this is some BS this dude is talking. And this is one thing too. Whenever it comes to us, notice they always have somebody doing a damn opposing view. Whenever they talk about giving money to Afghan refugees, nobody's giving an opposing view. They don't have an opposing view. When it comes to giving Hispanics at the border hundreds of millions of dollars, nobody is allowed to come in with an opposing view. When it comes to giving LGBT groups all of these tangible benefits, they dare not allow anybody to come in with a damn opposing view. The minute it comes to us talking about what foundational Black Americans are supposed to get, you got to immediately get some white some other opposing view talking about what we shouldn't damn get. We ain't playing that game. It ain't up to you, Mr. White Man. We ain't playing that game. We're going to have to let folks know we ain't playing the, well, you going to decide to keep practicing white supremacy, because denying us resources is white supremacy. And we're not going to go along with that. See, we have to stop going along with that nonsense. Let me play some more of this guy. Talking about, well, certain people, yeah, if they were harmed, yeah, all of us who are foundational Black Americans were harmed by the system of slavery, which is just another offshoot of white supremacy. Let me play some more of this guy.
Reparations that went to the Japanese. You know, we gave reparations to the Japanese who were targeted by government policy. We didn't give it to all Japanese people.
Okay. And we ain't talking about giving reparations to all Black people. We're talking about giving it to foundational Black Americans. The same thing. We're talking about giving the reparations to Black people whose descendants go back to slavery here in America. We're very specific about that. See, we can easily counter the stuff this guy's talking about.
And I think it's really important for Americans, the way Americans think of our country, that we're a country of individual rights and individual justice, not group rights and group justice.
In that policies that have been created now that are very much linked to things that have been government policies that affect all African Americans, such as Jim Crow, for example, or housing policies that have affected a great majority of African Americans and disenfranchised Black communities exponentially more than white communities have been disenfranchised. How do we respond to that if not in a way that lifts up all African Americans, because these policies have affected all African Americans? I'll throw that out to everyone, just sort of springboarding off of Dave's comment. Dave, this isn't solely for you to answer, but I'm opening this up to the panel.
I would like to just respond to that. In all due respect, one of the things that I think about when I hear people say that, you know, when they talk, like,
Okay. This sister, she was trying. I mean, this sister had some good points, but they just let that sister babble, just babbling on and on. Running the clock out with that. You know, running the damn clock out with babble. Hold on. Let me find some more clips here. I want to find some more clips, because there's some other white people. They had some guy who was like some police guy talking about how the police should apologize, and that can be a form of reparations, an apology. Oh man, and then one of them was talking about, well, poor white people should probably get some reparations too. I'm like, man, if y'all, man, let me on here so we can clear this up. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me see this. Hold on.
And point out ancestors and say, this is what happened and this is what I want in return. But when we're talking about reparations writ large for broader inhumanities that African Americans uniquely faced in this country, starting with slavery, going to Jim Crow, talking about redlining, talking about policing that we still see today, and disenfranchisement. What does repair look like? Marcus, I'll start with you. Are we talking about monetary repair solely? Are we talking about an apology? What is it that repair should look like?
Here's the list coming.
Yeah, I think as we say in a culture now, it's all of the things. And so Eileen has heard me say this pretty frequently, but in a book that I'm writing called Radical Reparations, I make this point that, you know, the harm and injuries are like piles and piles of dirty laundry. So when we're talking about reparations, we're not just talking about money, we're talking about the piles of dirty laundry, the political reparations of it all.
Oh, you know, Oh Lord, there it is. See, that's where it pivoted to. Well, it ain't just about money. It's the dirty laundry. What the heck? The political stuff. It ain't got to be about money. Shut up. Yeah, when Pussy Game popped up, now here we go. The babbling, and then they start babbling about it ain't about money. It's about, man, they knew not to let me on. They saw me in there. They saw me raising my hand. They were deliberately not letting me. I'm not going to play no more, guys, because I don't want y'all to throw the hell up. But this is the con game. When it comes time to us talking about reparations, they do the same thing. They load the zone with these clowns who's going to come in and do a bunch of damn babbling. They're going to do a bunch of nothing-ass babbling to deflect and dissipate the energy. That's what they do. Hold on one second. Let me put my main screen back on. Let me get some calls, guys. Let me get some calls from the family. Let me give y'all the number, 818-850-5404. That is the number. Let me see if, because, my phone line be janky sometimes. Let's see if we can get some calls. Let me chop it up with the family. I've not chopped it up with you guys in a long time. I always say I'm going to take calls, but a lot of times I don't get to the calls. But I'm going to take some calls tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The number is 818-850-5404. Call up. Let me know what's on your mind. Let's hear from the family. Let me hear from you guys. And again, the number is 818-854. I think that's right. What is that number? I might be giving y'all the wrong number. Hell, I haven't given this number out. I might be giving y'all the wrong number. Hold on. What? Is it 850-5404? I think it's, hold on. I think it's 850-5404. Let me test it out real quick. Let me double check real quick. I don't know the damn number. Hold on. Let me double check real quick. I think it might be 850-5404. 818-850-5404. I think that might be it. Am I right, guys? Shit. I see a lot of folks are calling, but I think it's 850-5404. I might be giving y'all the number to Taco Bell or some shit, so I don't want y'all to call the wrong person. But let's see some of these calls coming in. What's up? Who's calling?
What up, Tariq? This your boy Ant. Cincinnati.
Ant in Cincinnati, man. How you doing, man? What's on your mind?
Man, I'm hanging in, maintaining. I was just checking in, letting you know the Foundational Black American Race Baiter book, outstanding.
Man, I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate it. When did you get your copy?
I hit you up on Twitter. I went to the market at the Nubian bookstore.
Oh, cool. You live out here in LA? Or you ordered it from here?
No, I'm in Cincinnati. I went to the Nubian bookstore.
Oh, yeah, that's in Atlanta. That's right. I mean, in Atlanta. Cool, man. Good looking.
I sent you the picture on Twitter.
Oh, cool. Cool. Good looking out on that, brother. Thank you so much. Let me get some more. Thank you, brother. Let me get some more calls. Speaking of Atlanta, I see Atlanta. What's up, Atlanta? Who's calling?
Hey, this is Renee calling from Atlanta.
Hey, Renee. How are you, dear?
I'm good. I was listening to that clip on reparations, and I don't know how anybody black could sit there and take them seriously or not speak very honestly. That was completely disingenuous and disgusting.
Yes, it was. And they knew not to let none of us on there so we can really get down and give them folks the business, because they were saying some bullshit and they know they were saying BS. But that was the game, to just run the clock out with a bunch of damn babbling and nothing really getting done, nothing really coming. We're not coming to a real tangible conclusion about nothing. That was the name of the game. But thank you so much, Renee. Oh, shit. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Renee. That's Renee down in Atlanta. How's everybody in Atlanta doing? How is everybody in Atlanta doing? I got to get down to Atlanta. I've been really thinking about, get the museum popping in Atlanta. I've been really thinking about that, about get the museum popping down there. Definitely, in addition to what we're doing out here, or even first, I've been thinking about we can go down there now. There's so much property down there, and everything is so clear down there. We can go down there now and just get the museum hopping there just to get it started. But that's just a thought. I'm still looking for property out there and out here as well. So we're still working on all of that. But I really got to get down to Atlanta. Let me get some more people in here. What's up? Who's calling?
Yo, what's going on? This is Jimmy from DC, man.
Jimmy from DC. Where you from? You sound like you got I hear a small Ethiopian accent, Jimmy. Where you from? Where's your family from?
So I'm originally from West Virginia, man.
Where's your family from?
100%
Okay.
100% SBA black.
Okay.
Both sides of the family come from a plantation in North Carolina to West Virginia.
Okay. I thought I heard somebody frying some falafels in there, brother. I hear some falafels in there on the oven. All right.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely
Okay.
not.
Cool.
Absolutely not. But speaking of SBA though, man, I just wanted to give a shout out to you, man. SBA culture. I love how you just get our culture back, and I think that we need to do that, and it's long overdue. And also, speaking of SBA, I think that we need to start jumping more brooms and celebrating Black love and everything, man. We have to, basically, you're a great example of having a traditional family,
Yes.
and having a, shout out to Miss Peanut.
Yes. Yes. And I
Divine feminine, and you, divine masculine.
Yes, sir.
And pushing this man, woman, child thing, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, brother. And my man, he brought up a good point about us pushing our culture. My son, TJ, he had a school assignment. And one of the assignment was basically to talk about your heritage. Where did your family come from? And talk about the culture of where you're from. That was the assignment. So at his school, there's black kids there. They got like Hispanic and Asian and white kids. So part of the assignment was, talk about where your ancestors came from, talk about the foods in their culture, talk about some of the cultural traditions, draw a picture of some of their cultural clothing. So I'm like, oh, cool. So I had my son talk about his foundation of Black American heritage. See, they thought we were just going to go to Africa with it. No, because everybody's from Africa from that standpoint. We talked about, I had him talk about Black Wall Street. We made a little board with Black Wall Street. We made a board. We had to do cutouts on cardboard paper and all that. We cut out some Black American cookbooks. We talked about gumbo and cornbread, some of our traditional foods. Oh, that's where I went with it. Oh, we talked about the freedmen. We talked about some of the Black Aboriginals, some of the Black natives. We talked about Black Wall Street and Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman and things like that. We talked about foundational Black American culture. We were very distinct about that. We talked about, they said, name some of the things that your culture created. I had him list jazz, blues, rock and roll. Oh boy, we did that homework, buddy. Oh, we did that damn homework. Oh, you gonna either get an A or you gonna have them send a note home to me. Either one. But you gonna get an A or a note sent to me. Oh yeah, we're gonna tell you about your culture. You're gonna tell the school about your damn culture. You understand? So I wish I could have seen the teacher's face. I don't know what grade he got because we just turned it in the other day. I gotta see what grade he got. You understand? Oh yeah, you gonna learn about your culture. And boy, y'all should have seen the stuff I had him write down. I said, yo, I am a non-immigrant. I did not immigrate from anywhere. My ancestors built this country. I had him write that down. So I don't know, them teachers are going to be looking a certain way or they're going to give him an A, one or the other. You understand? That's what it is. Somebody in the room said, my son is mixed. My son is not mixed. What are you talking about? And it was somebody with an African name. My son has 2 Black parents. There's nothing mixed about my son. There's somebody in the chat room with an African last name. But y'all always coming around with that shit where anybody who ain't jet black is some other color. That's some shit y'all have in those those non-FBA cultures where they give little benefits to niggas if they ain't jet black. They live in a whole community of non-jet black niggas over there where you from. That don't work over here. Y'all try to bring that same shit to us. It don't work over here for us. Alicia Keys is a white woman. No, nigga. Stop it, Ubuntu. They think light-skinned people are white. They're the white people of your village. These niggas think they come from these little villages where the light-skinned people are the white people of the village. That's why niggas running around over there with cake soap and shit. I'm going to be a white man. Give me the cake soap, chicken. No, it don't work like that. Stop it, Unduge. Eat your jollof and sit your ass down. Yeah? Let me get some more calls in here. Let me talk to the family. What's up? Who's calling? What's up? Who's on the phone?
Hey, what's up, Tariq?
What's up, brother?
This is Freeman in Dallas.
Freeman in Dallas, man. How you doing, family? What's on your mind?
Hey, man, I appreciate everything you do, man. Finally got through after all these years, man. But I just wanted to make a couple of quick points, man. When we're talking about reparations as foundational Black Americans, we have to be careful when we're framing the narrative because we don't want to come off, not saying that we're not trying to offend anybody, but what they do is that they take out, they'll say it's abrasive and that we're operating off of emotion. We have to get very, very particular and detailed about why we're saying we're different than everybody. When it comes to the Africans, we're different. Yeah, we're black, but the difference between them and us is that they haven't grown up around and developed around white people, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to the Latinos, one of the reasons why we should be against immigration is because all over Latin America, from Mexico to Argentina, they have a history of being involved and influenced by the Nazis. See, we don't talk about that enough. When we talk about the immigration of Latinos, it's more of a illegal immigration, jobs, this, that, and the other. But that's probably the worst thing about Latino immigration is that they have a history of supporting Hitler. Yeah. The Hitler, they set up the Nazi spy ring in Mexico City for a reason.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make those points, man, and just keep doing what you're doing, brother. We all here.
Much respect, brother. Man, real talk, man. Yeah, man, out here in Southern Cal, in the prisons, man, a lot of those essays are allied with some of those skinheads and Aryans. They're allied with the damn Aryan Brotherhood. That's real. People can deny that all they want to. The cats out here in the streets, you know what the get down is. These guys are clicked in heavy with those Aryan Brotherhood dudes. And out there, the LA sheriffs, those gangs, they got those banditos and all of these names. Banditos and all of these Hispanic sounding names in these white supremacist gangs within law enforcement. It's real deep out here, man. It's real deep. Let me get some more folks in here. What's up? Who's calling?
Kid Flex, how you doing, man? You want to talk boom? Jason Play from New Jersey, how you doing?
My man from New Jersey, man. What's on your mind?
Man, I want to say shout out to you and shout out, Brother Jason Black, man. Both y'all doing your thing, bringing awareness, the Black community, Black America, and me being a non-SBA person, because I'm a first generation American. My parents from the Caribbean. I just want to say I agree with you on these the color feathers. Living in Jersey, there's definitely a lot of self-hate out there, and a lot of people don't understand the racism out in Jersey is definitely more hardcore because they keep their racism hidden.
Yeah.
And, keeping their racism hidden is definitely dangerous, as far as, in the South. Me used to live in Georgia, they let you know up front and more correct with it. And so living out in Jersey is a little challenging. And, and I know you're a Black historian, and like a historian like myself and like you. A lot of people don't know New Jersey was the last northern state to abolish slavery. Because it was slavery in New Jersey too.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. Bro, so man, Flex, man, keep doing your thing, bro.
Much respect. Thank you so much, brother. Shout out to the immigrant brothers out there. Shout out to the immigrants. Y'all can call in. We still family, all the immigrant family. We still got you. As long as you cool, as long as you ain't in the bathhouse with Juicy, as long as you ain't doing that, we good. Shout out to the immigrant cat. We got some LA people here. What's up, family? Who's calling?
Hey, yo. What's up, Tariq? This is Chris Trips from Compton. I want to say salute to you, brother. I love everything. Hey, I love everything that you do. The craziest thing is when you be on them Twitter spaces, how those people approve reparations for other people, but then in the same sentence they'll disagree for reparations for black people.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
And it's so always illogical. They never have a real logical reason for it, just because they say something.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Yeah. And then, like I said, for the most part, I salute you. I love what you do, and keep on putting in that work, turning these suspected white supremacists, one suspected white supremacist at a time. That's all, brother. I ain't gonna hold you. Much love, salute.
Much respect, no doubt. All right, a lot of folks in here. Let's see, got some St. Louis folks in here, I think. What's up? Who's calling?
King Flex, what's up, big brother, man? This is boy G calling from St. Louis.
What's up, G? How's everything out there in the loop?
Man, you know what, man? Honestly, I'm not actually in the sport. I'm a truck driver, so I be all over the place, bro.
No doubt, no doubt. What's on your mind, brother?
Definitely not. Look, I just wanted to pay my respects to you, brother. Your teachers have literally me applying your teachings to my life changed it in a big way, man. So I just love to pay my respects to you, man.
I love it. Did you get the book yet? You get the book Foundation of Black American Race, baby?
Man, I actually did order it, man. I just ordered it off of Amazon, so actually I gotta get back home to actually be able to get it, but yeah, man, I can't wait to actually get a hold of it.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you, man. Be safe out there on them streets, out there with them trucks, brother. Let's see who else we got here. A lot of folks calling in. What's up? Who's calling?
Hello?
Yo, who's this?
This is Rob, man. Rob G, man, out of Bakersfield, California.
Rob G. What's going on, OG?
Hey, man, I'm checking, man. I'm fucking the noise, though, man. I'm just letting you know, man, we foundational on through this joint, though.
No doubt. No doubt. How long you been out there in Bakersfield?
I've been out here for 3 years, man, and I never seen all these damn Confederate flags in my damn life.
Yeah, they heavy out there. Those little desert towns, yeah, it's real out there. You feel me?
Okay, yeah, man. I just want to let you know we follow you, man, and salute to you, brother.
Much respect, man. That's good. Rob, let's see. We got some Philly folks look like. Let's get some Philly calls in here. What's up? Who's calling? Hello?
Can you hear me?
What's up, brother? You got to speak up.
You hear me?
Yeah, brother, you sound like you land on your stomach, brother. You got to roll over. Hello?
Hold up, can you hear me?
Yeah, brother, you sound hella sultry right now, brother. What's going on?
My bad. Hey, man, what's up with the reparations?
Yeah. That's what we're talking about. Now, what's your name?
Get that.
What's your name, brother?
Philadelphia.
I can hear you, Adam.
Reparations.
What's up with the reparations? That's what we talking about, it, brother.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, can you just ask white people for money? Like, hey, what can I get for money?
Can we ask them for what now?
Can we ask white people for money?
I mean, can we ask them for money? We're talking about the government. We're talking about the government. We get money that's owed to us from the government.
Oh, okay, so what? Like, we're going to sign a petition or something that you get together, like something that you draw up?
No, man, we can do it collectively, man. We can just kind of politicize, well, be strategic about the way we vote, and we don't let these folks misuse our vote. There's a lot of different strategies we can do. What would you suggest, brother?
I would suggest that we, like you said, withdraw our vote until we get our needs met, like what we want done. Like everybody black just withdraw their vote, like what you were saying in the past. But then, like, we can't do it. Like, but if we can get like a substantial amount of blacks to withdraw their vote next election period, maybe that will work.
Yeah, that might work.
Like 100,000 blacks, or like, everybody. We're not on code. We gotta get them code.
All right, brother. Okay, brother.
Yeah, cool, but yeah.
Thank you, brother. God damn. Okay. Okay, Philadelphia. What's going on, Philly? What's going on, Philadelphia? What's up with your folks, man? My nigga, he was sounding. My nigga was going through some things. What's Philadelphia? What's happening, man? What y'all got going on out there? My nigga was somewhere else. He was in Pussy Wonderland. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, goodness. Lord. Philadelphia, where you at, Philly? Y'all got to get your boy. These calls are getting scary now. Hold on. All right, what's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, man? This is Brandon from Dallas. Brandon from Dallas.
Hey, Brandon, how are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good, man. I've also reviewed a couple of your films, so just to let you know they're pretty good.
No doubt.
But I just wanted to get in on this reparations conversation, man, and just say we gotta, like one brother said, we gotta make sure we control the narrative right, the narrative right, and let people know that there's more fascist. So we got like three parts. You have, the American claim. You have the 1866 Indian treaties.
Yeah.
But you also have the foreign claim as well. So we got to make sure that we distinguish all three of those. Of course, we got Dr. Todd Anderson. He can help us out with he can help us out with it all.
Right.
He's specialty with the 1866 Indian treaties. And he can also help with the American claim as well. But the foreign nations that owe us as well. There's a French economist by the name of Thomas Piketty who wrote a book called Capital in the 21st Century. So, if we're gonna get our foreign money, you know what I'm saying? He got like a 500-page book on that, and he got a documentary on Netflix that people can check out as well.
What's the documentary called?
It's called Capital in the 21st Century.
Okay, I gotta peep that out.
Yeah, the book is big, but the documentary was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on there. But then on top of that, we got to also make sure we distinguish the difference between a black agenda and the reparations claim, here in America. Because, the reparations, that's just a debt, period. You just owe us the money, you know what I'm saying? You owe us the land, the money, the cash, the education, the health care. You just owe us that. But the black agenda, that's what we get in exchange for our vote, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it don't make no damn sense. We voting, we can't even get clean water, and you know what I'm saying, in certain parts of the country, and we got feces in our backyard. That don't make no sense. So what we voting for? We should have that automatic. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say
thank you so much for the call. I'm gonna wrap these calls up. Let's get a couple more calls. And shout out to that brother. Let's kind of wrap them up a little bit. Some of these calls we got to wrap up. What's up? Who's calling?
Yes, this is Jason from Nashville. I'm calling. I'm actually LGBT, but I'm a huge fan of yours.
Thank you, Jason.
I'm calling because I'm in college out here in Nashville, and at my school there aren't many black guys. So I'm just wondering, there are a lot of black guys. Even though I'm LGBT, would it be wrong of me to try to pursue a relationship with a white guy, or should I just completely just not date here?
I don't really know about pussy practices like that. I mean, dating is dating. If I would suggest, if you get with somebody, try to get with somebody that y'all can be empowered with. And again, I don't know the dating practices there. Now, what city are you in again?
Nashville.
Yeah, there's a lot of brothers in Nashville. Damn, do you must have a fetish. You might like white guys. Do you have a thing for white guys? Have you dated white guys before?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in pretty much a majority white town, and at my school, it's only really regular white guys.
What's the matter?
Most of them are, secretive, DL, in press and stuff. You can't tell anyone, but I mean, I guess I have a right, but I feel like I should be with another foundational Black American.
I don't know. Now, it just depends on what you like. And my thing is, it depends on your mindset when it comes to empowering the group. I'll put it that way. You date whatever is going to help you empower Black people as a group. I'll say that. You feel me?
Yeah, I think I may end up just having to do that. area after school so I can find someone with my culture, I guess.
You might have to. Hey, have you been to Atlanta?
Okay, that sounds. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. Yeah, thank you so much.
You go to Atlanta, you won't have no problem. All right, thank you so much. Shit, all you got to do, you in Nashville, nigga, bravo to Atlanta, nigga. That's Bussy Wonderland. Hold on. The music come on. Hold on. Nigga, Atlanta. Bussy Wonderland. Yeah. Atlanta. Bussy Wonderland. Yeah. Nigga. Get in your car. Go to Bussy Wonderland. Nigga. Boy, these calls are getting interesting tonight. Boy. All right, let's shout out to Atlanta. I love Atlanta though, but Atlanta's Bussy Wonderland. Shit, y'all know what it is. All right. What's up? Who's calling? What's up?
How's it going, True? How's it going, Mr. Nasheed?
I'm good. What's your name, man?
This is Super Rio out the Bay Area, man. I was at the FBA conference, man. You did good work, man. Got all the Hidden Colors DVDs, man.
Man, I appreciate you, man. How's everybody up there in the Bay?
Everybody doing well, man. I have a new basketball game here. My brother invented called Circuit Shine Entertainment. Man, I want to know, could you let the fam know we're raising money for World Record, man. It's a black-owned company, and we're going for a World Record in February.
Okay, well, hit me up, man, so we can advertise it that way. Hit me up so we can do it officially. So we don't just bomb it on air. Let's do it officially. Let's make an official advertisement, meaning you're gonna have to pay. Let's do it like that. If you're serious about that, let's break some bread so we can officially advertise. Let's do it like that. We'll do it that way. All right, what's going on? Who's calling? A lot of these calls, some of these numbers I ain't never seen. What's up, man? What's going on? Who's calling?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, is this Tariq?
This is Tariq. Who is this?
This is Sharisa.
Sharisa?
Yeah, my name is Sharisa again.
Sharisa Guest. That sounds like somebody who worked for the phone company or something. What city are you in, Sharisa?
Unfortunately, I'm here in Iowa.
Iowa. I was wondering because I've never seen this area code before. Now, what are you doing in Iowa?
I'm here for stability. I've been here for 2 years, and I hate it. I'm thankful for what it's given me, but as far as resources, but as far as my culture and things that relate to me, it's just horrible. And like the guy said from Jersey, about the racist people. It's racist people everywhere, and because I have a lot of deep discussions with my family members, and I just said I was born in Michigan, Down Creek, Michigan, when Pope and Kellogg's integration years.
Yeah. Now, are you married or dating a white guy right now?
No, I'm single right now.
Okay, but the last guy you were dating, was he white?
No, I've never dated outside my race. We've never had sex with anyone outside.
Oh, okay. So there's other brothers out there in Idaho? Iowa.
There's a lot of black people out here in Iowa in different cities. And every state has its cities where majority of black people live, and that's why I explain to some of my family and my sister, because we have these conversations about things growing up. But like I said, in Battle Creek, Michigan, I moved when I was a sophomore because I had got kicked out of school, so that's why I moved to Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, what'd you get kicked out of school for, Teresa?
Oh my gosh, for fighting.
Oh Lord. So you are from Michigan. Yeah. Okay. So you got kicked out of school for fighting. So did you and your whole family move out there to Iowa?
No, I'm here by myself. But I do have some family, I guess, that lives in another city. They're like my second cousins, but I haven't been over there or anything.
Hold on. Because you're out here in Iowa by yourself. Are you in witness protection? Did you snitch on somebody in Michigan? Did you snitch on Meech or somebody? What'd you do?
Oh, no.
You done snitched on the Black Mafia family. You Black Mafia family informant. They done sent you to Iowa. You done snitched on Meech and Larry Hoover. Lord.
I'm telling you, this is not the place for black people. Like I said, every place has its racist people. But like I said, Boston Battle Creek, I left when I was a sophomore, so I was about 15 or whatever. Now, I lived in the hood, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
So, in Chicago and bigger cities, they have hoods.
the next block is a different hood of the game, but my side of town was equal to another side of town. But what I'm saying is, I never really explored the city like that. I only been on my side, north side, and the south side. When I was an adult, I moved back there when I was about 19 and stuff, and I still really didn't explore it. I was just working, but I noticed some things as I got older, racism within my job. But my whole point is, Black people are always going to be in metropolitan cities like Chicago, Philly, Houston. And then you have the Black folks that's going to be in those small mid-range towns, and because their families probably immigrated, when they were in the 40s or 50s, because that's how it is where I'm from. I'm here in Sioux City. There's a lot of Native Americans here in Sioux City. They have a museum here, and they talk about the Native culture a lot. They treat them like shit. A lot of homeless Native Americans down here, but you really,
Okay, so now I gotta get some more calls. But thank you so much, beloved. Okay, sister. Okay, boy, she was going on and on. Lord, damn, she was just going. This woman is in witness protection, y'all. She just needs to talk to somebody. She done told on some folks. Her ass is in witness protection. And she's out there in Iowa by herself. I'm like, your family ain't out there? She done told on somebody. God, she's babbling on and on, sister. She's out there lonely. This is a song for you, sister. This song is about her in the background right here. She done told on some people. This you, sister. You done told on people. You done told on some folks, baby. And I know it. You know I know it. Because you's a snitch. Okay, all right. Good Lord. Sister, you done snitched on some folks. You out there because you telling on niggas. Oh, goodness. Yeah, she's calling me from the witness protection phone. The hell is somebody out there doing in Iowa? You would have got the hell out of there, dude. You wouldn't be in no boring ass place like that. Damn, it don't cost that much money to get the hell on. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, this is Tanya from Milwaukee. How are you doing, Tariq?
Hey, Tanya, how are you, beloved?
I am good. Thank you for asking. I have, I've been following you for years, so I do have all the hidden colors. I have the 1804. I have to get butt breaking out, but I really want to get that and see that. And so I've been following you for years. I just ordered the book from Amazon, so.
I love it. Thank you so much. Now, what city you in again, dear?
Milwaukee.
Shout out to Milwaukee. You sound like somebody's auntie. How old are you, dear?
Yeah, I'm 55. I'm a little up there.
There you go. Let me play some music for you. So where's your husband?
He's passed away in August.
Okay, sorry to hear that. So you out here? He's been deceased since August?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how you been holding up?
I've been hanging in there. It's been difficult. It's getting better, but it's been okay.
All right. You got kids?
Oh, yeah, adult kids, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got grandkids?
I have 2 grandkids.
And how old are the grandbabies?
11 and 16.
Okay, you got big grandkids. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Well,
no little kids.
Okay, well, you read my new book, and then let the kids read it. They're old enough to read it. You read it and let them read it.
Listen, I talk to them all the time about everything. I've never been one to sugarcoat anything. When my girls were growing up, I kept it real with them about everything. So I come from that, a black, pro-black militant family. I grew up like that, so there's no other way that I could be. But I did want to say about the reparations, they have a big problem with giving us anything, and they're going to fight tooth and nail to give us anything. There's never any issues when it comes to other races of people,
exactly.
But for us, yeah, they're going to fight tooth and nail. There may come one day we may just have to stand up and fight and take what rightfully belongs to us, the same way they took it from our ancestors. So it may just have to, happen that way one day. I hope not, but I'm not scared of death. So if it happens in my my lifetime, I'm down with it. So I just want to say that and keep up the good, great work.
Thank you so much, beloved. And I can't wait till you read the book. Thank you so much, Neil. All right, shout out to Miss Lady. Let's see who we got. Who's calling?
Hello?
Oh, shit. This is the phone like the police call. Hey, brother, what's going on?
Oh, my bad, Tariq, man. My bad, Tariq. This is Jay from calling from Chicago, bro.
Okay. Chi-Town. What's happening out there in Chicago, brother?
Oh, man, the Jussie Smollett shit, man. It's just a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. But I want to give thanks to you, brother. I got all the DVDs, the movies, all that. I got to get the book. But I just wanted to touch on one thing real quick.
Yes, sir.
What I wanted to tell you. Basically, last year at my job, we had a white supremacist who'd been working there for like 20 years. And he was like ganging up on all us black workers for the longest, bro. And the thing what happened was we all ganged up together on his ass, wrote some letters to the corporate, and we got his ass up out of here. And on this New Year's Eve, that'll be the year anniversary that we got his ass up out of there. But thanks, Tariq, man. Appreciate you and everything you do, brother.
Thank you, brother. It's kind of random. All right. That brother was dead serious about getting white supremacists up out of there at the job. Probably ironic because they probably work at Popeyes or some shit. This motherfucker was up here frying chicken around me, burning my skin, my beautiful melanin. All right, brother. That brother was dead serious. So shout out to them getting that white supremacist up out of there. I ain't mad at it. All right, let's see. Let's get a couple more calls in here. This is very entertaining. Who's calling?
What's going on? This is Eddie Burton. I'm calling out of Mississippi.
Shout out to Mississippi, man. What's on your mind, man?
I truly feel like, we really do get some motherfucking reparations, especially with all we've been through, us as foundational Black Americans. So, to be honest with you, Mr. Tariq Nasheed, I feel as if these white folks ain't gonna give us shit, bro. And I truly, not on no crazy shit, but I think it'll really just come down to like us having to just come together, just doing some wicked shit, like just taking, what I'm saying, just taking what we want,
Well, the thing is, man, they're already paying reparations. Let's be very clear. See, they pay reparations on a regular basis too. But all of this military power, all of that money being wasted on containing us, whenever there's
billions of dollars.
Yeah, they pay billions of dollars. So you're paying reparations when these uprisings happen, when the George Floyd uprising, that was the reparations money right there. They're willing to pay and just throw money out of the window for all of this bogus military spending to contain us to keep producing non-justice. So they're going to pay reparations one way or the other. So they're already paying. Let's be very clear, Black people. They're throwing money out of the window. This is why police are trying to get more money to them. Police, and I'm going to let you off because I got to talk about this. Listen, they're talking about refund the police and all of this stuff. The police are scaring people with these fake crime statistics and talking about, oh, there's a crime wave. Look, the police, if you gave them $1 gazillion, they can't stop crime and they're not obligated to stop crime. You understand? They give you the illusion of safety. See, white folks get like this sonic satisfaction knowing that cops can just beat up on Black people with impunity. That's really all they get out of it. The police can't stop you from being harmed by a Black person or any other person. They can't stop anything. Cops don't stop crime. Not only do they not stop crime, they're not obligated. There's different lawsuits that show that there are police standing right there where people had crimes committed against them and people tried to sue the police saying, hey, I was right here and you didn't help me. And the law clearly states that the police are not obligated by the law or the Constitution to stop a crime against you at all. You understand? I want y'all to understand that part of the game when it comes to the police. Let's get a couple more calls in here. I'd like to talk to some sisters in here. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, this is Sophia from Cleveland, Ohio. How you doing?
Hey, dear. How are you? What's your name again?
I'm Sophia.
Sophia. All right, Sophia. How old are you? How old are you, Sophia?
I'm 39.
Shit. Okay, how old are you for real? Don't give me your club age. Don't give me
No,
your.
I'm 39 for real.
Baby, you do not sound 39.
Oh, I can't.
You said you.
Because I'm dating an older man.
You dating an older brother? He got you sounding old.
I guess so.
Lord, have mercy. No. You sound like one of the Pointer Sisters. You are not no 39. How old are you?
I'm 1982. April 1st, 1982.
Oh, now how old is the dude you're dating? How old is he?
He's 50.
Oh, okay. Got your old school brother. Now, do you have any kids, Sophie? You got any children?
Yes, I have two. I have a 19-year-old and I have a 12-year-old.
Oh, okay. Cool. So what's on your mind, Sophie?
Yeah. I was just calling. I got your book. You got to give me a heart attack in the first couple of pages.
Oh, yes.
If you rolling the streets of Detroit.
Yes.
I'm a mom.
Yes. Yes.
But I did pay attention to the time period where, people, our people weren't harming kids. They were returning them back to their parents.
Yes.
And so, but I was like, ooh, I felt your mama saying.
Yes.
I was like, oh, Lord, this little boy is sorry.
Yes.
Because I had an incident like that one day. I thought the 2-year-old had got away from their older siblings, and she was running this woman's street. And I stopped my car. Unfortunately, I had to call the police. I didn't know, where our people were at. But luckily, the police found the mom and found out that she got away from her older siblings.
Oh, wow.
And things of that sort. But it was all of the things. Oh no, I was not letting that baby out my sight.
Wow.
But yes.
Now where's
I got all the TV. Oh, go ahead.
Now where's your guy? Where's your dude right now?
Oh, he's at home.
Oh, cause y'all at home. Y'all don't live together. Y'all hold on. Y'all dating at this age and y'all ain't living together. Y'all should be shacking up. Y'all age. How come y'all ain't living together?
No. Huh?
How come y'all ain't living together? What's going on with that? What's up with you and Charlie Earl? How come you and Charlie Earl ain't living with each other?
Because it's a new relationship. I mean, for one thing, he's totally a gentleman, everything, and I've been proving, the people around me wrong. Like, no, black men do love black women.
Yes, indeed.
If we go and get therapy and stop blaming these black men for stuff, then maybe we can see that.
Yes.
Because I went and got my therapy and realized what was wrong with me, so I could stop blaming the black men.
Yes.
So I could be a help and not a hindrance. So I try to promote that, to the women and tell them, stop expecting these men to do stuff that you're not willing to do for yourself. Take yourself out. Go buy yourself some stuff. You want men to buy you stuff like children, but you can't afford it yourself. Yes, a man is supposed to be nice to you if he's willing to do that, but stop trying to bully him into this stuff. A lot of these women be bullying men into stuff, and then when they do it for them, they do it for the next girl, because they ain't really, they're mad. You know what I'm saying? The girl they're going to be with, the girl that they paying a smash, they're in there feeling, you ain't his one. So he gonna pay how much ever money to go find his one. And they're not understanding that. Because they want to listen to the dominant society tell them that niggas ain't shit. So,
All right, I'm playing a song dedicated to you and your dude, Charlie. Stroking. You be stroking. All right, dear. All right, thank you so much. Boy, okay, guys. Okay, boy, y'all up drinking tonight. Boy, y'all act like y'all at a juke joint tonight. Boy, y'all are doing the most. Okay, let me get about it. Y'all very long-winded tonight, but I feel. And for those who don't know, she was talking about, there was a part in my book where I was talking about, because in my book I talk a lot about, me growing up, and I talked about how when I lived in Detroit as a small child, I would wander away from the damn crib. I'd just be walking around Detroit as a damn 3 or 4-year-old kid. And my mother would panic, but people would take me to the police department. Back then, and she made a point, they weren't really harming children at the time. Thank goodness. Because at the time, I just get the hell on. I walk away from the crib and just be walking the streets. But at that time, black people, to a certain degree, it was just harming any child, that was off limits. So during that era, I was lucky enough to have black folks who would, kind of look out. Hey, this fucking kid walking by himself. Let me go take this kid somewhere safe. So I would always end up safe because I would do that a few times. I just wander away from the crib. That's why they sent me down to Alabama. Because my mom would work and I'd be staying with my aunt and my uncle. And, you know, they're young and partying. And I wander away and like, oh, hell, we'll sit your ass down to Alabama with grandma. You dig? So y'all got to read my book, man. I talk deep. It's a real good book, man. Y'all learn a lot about me and my journey. Very good book. Foundation of Black American Race Beta at Amazon. Ladies and gentlemen, get that book right now. Anyway, man, I see the phone lines are still going on. I'm done. Y'all doing the most, but much love. It was good to talk to everybody. I haven't talked to everybody in a while, but shout out to everybody. Let me get up out of here, man. Go to officialfba.com to get some accessories about our culture, Foundation of Black American Culture. Go to hiddencolorsfilm.com to get Hidden Colors 1 through 5 and 1804. Go to buckbreakingmovie.com to get the Buck Breaking film. You can get the DVD or stream it, ladies and gentlemen. And you